Hello everyone. In today's chess video, we are going to look at a game between the two world champions. First is Viswanathan Anand with the white pieces. He was a former world champion, and now we have Magnus Carlsen, the current world chess champion, with the black pieces. Okay, so firstly, in my previous video, this was the game I was going to show you, and there are 2 to 3 more games about in this series. So after that, we'll be doing a lot of other stuff. For now, we have this game. It's a very crucial and a very exciting encounter with our two world champions. So let's go. Uh, Anand is starting with the white pieces. So let's go right now. E4, E5, Knight F3, Knight C6, Bishop C4, and we have two nice defense. Then obviously Anand goes with D3. As you can see, Anand cannot play something like Knight C3 because of this, and if Anand takes, there's a fork, and although white is equal on material, black will have a lot of advantage as he has the central pawn and he'll have a lot of open chances. So Anand plays d3, then we have bishop c5, bishop g5, and it is all normal as you can see. Then now bishop comes to e7 to unpin this knight. Then we have knight c3. Right now white is a little better because of his development. Then we have d6. Black is also trying to develop. We have a4. Anand is just going for the attack. Then we have castles. a5. He's not gonna stop. Then we have bishop g4 pinning this. We have h3, takes, and then we have knight d4. So at the moment, while Anand is going crazy with this pawn, Magnus is solely trying to, you know, develop his pieces and get a better chance to win this game. So at the moment, Magnus is playing with c6 and he's trying to somehow get the pawns here to somehow distract the bishop and maybe cover it with all his pawns. So we have castles and we have v5 and bishop comes back to a2. Obviously there was a chance of en passant, but Anand chose this. Then we have knight e6 attacking the bishop. Bishop comes back to e3 controlling this diagonal. Then we have a6. Now all these pawns are around the light square. That means these dark squares are weak. So in the future, not right now, the bishop would like to come on b6. Okay, but we have queen f3, queen d7, knight e3. Now what Anand is trying is going for something like c4 or d4. He wants to break through the center. We have d5, c3 as I told you, preparing d4. We have bishop c5, takes. Now there are a lot of trades and there is e4. Now Anand cannot take this because of this queen is under attack. He has to play queen e3 and the knight comes in. And the knight is on the outpost, and if you do not know what do you mean by outpost, basically it is where a piece, I mean something like a knight or a bishop, can come and the enemy pawns cannot attack it. As you can see, these pawns are not being able to attack this knight, so this knight is on an outpost, and outposts are generally really good and usually an asset for the side which is having it. So we have queen d2, rook e8, rook a e8, trying to go for something like e3. They are building up the pressure on this file, and we have f3. So Anand wants to clear off this file, but look at the move by the world champion. He plays knight f2. What a savage move this is! And the thing is, neither the king or the rook can take, because imagine if the rook takes. If you can see the evolution bar, this is minus whatever 1.9 because of e3. So if the king would take, this would be even worse, and this is just losing completely. So obviously Anand is a world champion, so he did not do that. He took the pawn, and now these knights are really good. They are completely protected, supporting each other, and the black position is like really good. If you can see 0.9. But let's see what goes on. So we have queen d3, queen d6, rook f3. White is trying to play a little defensive here because these knights are really strong. If this knight manages to come here, they will have a good attack. So we have g6, Rook a to f1, trying to develop and pressure on that file. Then we have knight h5, as I said. We have g4. Now Anand is also going all in because this knight is not going to come here because of all the defenses here. So the knight has to take a backward step. So knight again goes to f6. We have knight f4. Now Anand is marching forward and taking the initiative. We have knight h5, rook f2, knight e4. Obviously Anand does not want to repeat moves and he goes for something like rook g2. We have rook h6, rook h4, rook g5, g5. Carlsen obviously wants to open things up. We have takes, and knight back to s3, pressuring this pawn. We have king to g7. Now, Carlsen would love his rooks here and, just completely control that file, control the h file because the queen can later on come here, later on, as I said, and the rooks are gonna just create the nightmare. So we have rook f5. As I said, rook h8. We have knight takes. We have rook h4 now, threatening this pawn. We have kaboom, bishop takes. So now, as I said, the bishop is now useless. It was useless because these pawns are blocking it. There's no way the bishop can come back. But the bishop plays, Anand plays, bishop captures d5. And now this is a really good move because black cannot play this because rook is coming in and white is saying hello, I am also in. So you cannot definitely play this because of all the threats leaning on the king. So, and now black has to do something about it. So black takes the knight. We have rook takes, king goes to f8. Now king is a little bit safe. It was not safe earlier. Now bishop comes to f3, queen f4, and we have rook e5 trying to trade as much as possible as Anand is up 2 pawns. So obviously, and after all the trades, Anand is just up 1 pawn. But the advantage is to Anand. Why? Because this king is so weak, and even if I turn on the evolution bar, it's showing a draw. But let's see after a few moves what happens. So we have rook h3, g5. Now this pawn has to go here, march, and try to open this so this rook and queen combo can get this black king checkmated. So we have knight h5. As I said, g6 takes, check first. Then now it's gonna be very simple because after all the trade, Anand is gonna just chop off all these pawns, and because he has such a huge lead with the pawns and with the material, Anand is simply gonna win this game. So if I turn on the evolution, it's 2.8, and I know what happens. So it just goes knight f4, takes, check, but now Magnus cannot do anything much. We have knight e6 and knight e5. That was a nail in the coffin after rook e6, a simple fork, and Anand wins it. Yeah, Anand is around 53, I think, 52. I don't know, 54 maybe. I think he's 52 or 54. And can you believe it? The former world champion beats the current world champion. And at that age, it's tremendous because obviously the age was not on your side, but you do it with your experience, and that was a great game. So, thank you for watching this video till the end. Please like, share, and subscribe, and tell me in the comments which video you want next. Bye bye.